I've done a bunch of mead reviews at this point, but I'm definitely very excited to try this one. Hey, this is Man-Made Mead. Today we're going to be trying a mead from Groennfell Meadery. This is Valkyrie's Choice, the original craft mead. It's basically a traditional mead. And I'm really excited to try this one because I have always wanted to try Groennfell Meadery's stuff. Whenever I first started my YouTube channel and really looking at mead in general, I found Ricky the Mead Maker, who is one of the owners slash, somebody big at Groennfell Meadery. He's a guy I've looked up to for a long time. Anyways, I've always seen his stuff, never had the opportunity to try it, and recently they just started shipping to Oklahoma, I believe, and so I finally ordered some. So you're going to see quite a few of these on the channel, and I want to say, hey Ricky, if you're watching this, I'm excited for this mead. So I'm going to go ahead and open this guy up. I don't know if it's carbonated or not. I haven't tried this one yet, so I got a variety pack, so I have a bunch of different ones from them to try, as well as Havoc Meadery. But let's go and pour this guy in. We got a little carbonation in there, looking good. Yeah, I like this color on it. You can see it's not super clear, but that's okay. In my opinion, clarity is not the end of the world. You got a little carbonation on it. Let's get the smell. Ooh. You immediately get the honey character. That honey character is very prominent. It's very earthy, kind of floral, more earthy than anything. Yeah, it's you get a little sweetness too. I don't know if it's from the alcohol or from the sweetness of the mead itself, but it smells good. Yeah, I like this thing. Already liking the look of it. Let's try it. Oh. That's really good. There's a really nice honey character there. I'm a big fan of the whatever honey they use. To me, it kind of tastes like a wildflower honey because I can't pinpoint a exact floral side or a fruity side. I'm not really getting any fruity notes from this. Yeah, it's very smooth too. I think because this thing's really light, it's a 6.9% ABV. So that's a great level, I think, for a lot of people in mead world, because when you give a mead to somebody, they don't want something that's so in their face that's just going to hurt them. So that's a great ABV percentage, and it's super smooth. Helps that there's a little sweetness to it. Yeah, that sweetness is definitely, of course, being bolstered by honey, but the honey character is what I want to highlight from this. The honey character is very, very smooth. And I'm really enjoying the fact that they're able to get a more in-depth, character from this honey. They're able to retain the honey character throughout the mead. I'm sure through fermentation and all those things. It's hard to do that sometimes. If you have brewed before, you know that the primary fermentation is often where you lose a lot of the honey characters from things. So that helps if you you get the character back if you back sweeten, but this thing just naturally has it. Yeah, it's very juice-esque. So I like it a lot. Really nice traditional mead. Now what I want to do, I do this with all of my mead reviews, and I'm doing it for myself and also for you guys. I'm compiling a list of my favorite meads, commercial meads, I should say, and putting them and ranking each one. So I'm going to use this sheet, I'm going to put on the screen right here, to basically go through and score this mead. So I'm going to do that real fast. I'm going to score it, I'm going to do all that stuff, and then I'll come back and tell you what I have given it. Okay, so we have finished the review of this in paper, and I'll show this on the screen right now to show you kind of what I gave it. I give it a total 59 out of 70, and so it's not the highest mead I've ever rated, but it's still really good. Let me walk you through some of my notes. Color and appearance, I gave it 8 out of 10. It's a little hazy. Again, clarity is not the end of the world. It has a nice light honey coloring to it. There's nothing necessarily wrong about it. I just think that there is a level of appearance that you can lose some points in my world for it not being mega clear, and I don't think that end of the world by any means. It's not the end of the world. This is not clear. However, I couldn't give it a perfect score. Nose bouquet, very earthy, muted floral notes, slightly hoppy smelling. I was kind of getting some hoppiness, a light amount of it from it. So I give 13 out of 15. It's really good. It's definitely got some interesting things about it. Here's where I started to get, as I tasted it more, I've noticed a few things. In the flavor world, I said a very round flavor, three-dimensional, meaning that it's not, like you get sweetness, but it's not, you have, how do I explain this? Sweetness plus a mouthfeel. Basically, the flavor is very well developed. It's not just sweet. It's got a little bit of acidity. It's got a little bit of tartness. So it's got some multiple things happening, which is that three-dimensional world. Said flavor develops over time, a little souring at the end. I noticed that as it sat on my tongue for longer, that it started to have a more sour taste at the very end. So I gave that a 12 out of 15. Finish, it's good finished. I said that that final taste is not quite the same as the initial taste, which is not always a bad thing, but it's not as good as the initial taste, in my opinion. It's got a good honey character presence. I do like that about it in smell and in the tasting world. So 9 out of 10. Mouthfeel body, I like the mouthfeel. It's not too light. It's got a little tannic side to it. It's very smooth. The carbonation helps some. So overall, this is a really good mead. And I use these again as my own records for what do I like. And then as I go back and decide what I want to buy more of, I can use that, of course. So really, really great stuff. I want to say to Ricky, thank you so much for making mead. And you and Havoc Meadery are both wonderful communities, and I'm glad I have finally got to try some of your mead. I've looked up to Ricky for a long time. If you have never seen his channel, it is Ask the Mead Maker or the Groennfell Meadery. Basically, he does a big series called Ask the Mead Maker. So he does a lot of fun stuff there. And again, I've been influenced by him a lot, and I would love to make mead like he does. So thank you, Ricky, and I hope you will go check out his channel. Check out Groennfell Meadery because they make some wonderful stuff. So appreciate you guys. Super glad you tuned in for this. Make sure you hit subscribe if you are not currently subscribed. This is the second channel, so this is where I post my mead reviews and my podcast and various other things. If you want to see my mead experiments, my other mead things I make, the tournaments that I put out, and various other things, go check that out on Man-Made Mead. That's my YouTube channel, my main one, I should say. So thank you guys again for watching. I will be back with another mead review and a podcast and various other things, and I hope you will join me for that. So have a wonderful day, and cheers.